Hey guys, Richard here with eBike Reviews and Adventures. In this video, we're going to do an in-depth review comparison of the Velotric Triker with the Velotric XP2, and this is the 750 watt version. So let's get into the video. All right, we really appreciate the partnership we have with companies like Velotric and also Electric, and for them sending these out to us so we can do test rides and reviews. And now we're going to do this comparison because both of these trikes are very, very similar. Not only are they similar in color, the Velotric has more of a metallic paint where this is more of a Christmas red, but they both look super nice. But they're very similar in style and how they're designed and size. So the Velotric over here is about 2 inches longer than the Electric, and that's because you have a bigger space right here, bigger step through than what you have over here on the Electric. But the Electric is about 1 inch or so wider in the rear end than the Velotric. Other than that, both trikes match up quite well to each other. Talk about design styles. You'll see over here on the Velotric how the rear end is designed. You got both of those support bars that kind of go to the back. Over here on the XP, you have just one kind of going down. So that's a difference. Other quick differences that's real obvious. Large basket back here, where Electric kind of went towards this really low profile basket style for both the front and the rear. So those are some differences. There's other differences too, but you know, by the end of this video, we hope you'll be able to be better informed, so you'll know which of these two trikes would be a better fit for you. Now, let me just share this before we go any further. We are really happy with both the Velotric and Electric brands. Not just because they've been big supporters of the channel, but we've been big supporters of theirs because we just really like their products. Electric is known for being a slightly budget-friendly style, bike and trikes that they produce. So it's a little easier on the wallet, and you're going to find that with the Velotric over here, it's significantly more in price, but you also get a lot more. The components are a lot better. So yeah, that's what we're going to be comparing today. We're going to be looking at some of those differences as well. So let's continue, and let's go ahead and start. Let's start right here in the front. So let's look at both these tires. Velotric has this hybrid tire that I really have grown to enjoy and like a lot because it's good in the light dirt, sand, grass. You don't have those really thick knobs, so it's not real noisy going down the road, but it still gives you better traction. And then this one over here strictly is more of like a street tire. They both have similar headlights. There's the Electric, and also there's the Velotric. Look almost the same. The baskets, you can see that they have a basket here. It attaches to the front. Over here on the Velotric, it attaches on the side. So that's a little difference there. They both have suspension forks, and they're both adjustable on both trikes there. Moving up, let's go ahead and talk about the fact that both of these trikes are folding trikes. So you can fold them both, which also means you can fold the handlebars down. So over here on the Velotric, you can fold the handlebar down right there. Over here on the Electric, it's a little nice because you got the folding mechanism here, but you also have an adjustment for the height. So if you want to raise this up or down, you can do that as well. You can't do that over here on the Velotric. So that's a win for Electric over here. Talking about the handlebars, we'll get back to the Cockpit, but we will continue about the handlebars. Over here on the Electric, the handlebars are more straight, where over here on the Velotric, they've got that W shape almost right there, right? And so the handle grips are curved back toward the rider just a little bit more so. More about the Cockpit in a minute. Let's move on down. Some other changes right here. The Velotric has a 16.75 amp hour battery, and the Electric has a 17.5 amp hour battery, so very, very similar there. Moving above that, let's talk about the saddles. Velotric wins here with the saddle. It's just super nice. It's really large, so it gives you plenty of support and comfort. And the best part about it is the backrest is adjustable this way. So if you're a skinny person, you may want your backrest closer. If you're a bigger person, you want it further away. That's super nice. Where Electric has the same standard saddle that most trikes come with, which is nothing's adjustable this way. It is up and down, but yeah, that's about it. Electric, however, gives you a suspension seat post, whereas Velotric does not. So that's another win for electric on the seat post, Velotric for the seat itself. Moving down, let's talk about the motors here. Now, both motors are 750 watt for the Velotric and the electric both. The electric has a torque sensor built in, whereas the Velotric has a torque and a cadence sensor. So it's a win over here for Velotric because you get both sensors. You can easily switch between the two depending on the riding style that you want to achieve. Now, electric over here for the drivetrain, it is a single speed. You don't have gears to shift between. Some people will find that very attractive. You don't have to mess with shifting gears. Over here on the Velotric, you do have to shift gears. Well, you don't have to, and it is a 7-speed. So a lot of people like being able to shift gears, especially if you're in a hilly area. You can downshift or you can upshift, try to eliminate some of that ghost pedaling. Where over here on electric, they try to eliminate ghost pedaling because of the sensor that they have in there. They try to have that fine-tuned so you don't have to shift gears or anything, so they don't give you gears to shift. Just be aware of that. When it comes to rear brakes, both trikes have rear brakes on the axle, whereas some trike models you find out in the marketplace, they do have a rear brake for each tire or each wheel. That's not the case here. They both are on the axle. Both trikes come equipped with turn signals also. So with that here, you have the Velotric with the center brake light, and you have separate turn signals on either side. You have markers on the fenders. And over here on the electric, you have turn signals. And they're all built into one unit right there. Both work fine. You also have reflectors back here as well. The Velotric, the electric, I just realized, does have a connection for a trailer, which is very important for some of you folks. Let's walk over here because I don't remember if Velotric has it. Yes, Velotric has the connection for the trailer down there as well. So two very good options to have. All right, let's jump up here into the cockpit and talk about a few things. Let's start over here with the Velotric. Over here on the Velotric, you'll notice that we have these convex style mirrors, small little round mirrors, and you have the same mirrors over there on the electric as well. Both bikes have the same style grips with the rubber, with the small little bump out for your palm rest. The Velotric over here does not have a name brand on their brakes, their hydraulic brakes, whereas over here on the electric, it is Star Union is what they have. The button or the throttle over here on the Velotric is left-handed throttle. You have your brakes. I didn't mention that you do have a parking brake that's activated like that on both handlebars. And over here, you have a parking brake that is activated with a switch such as that right there. And over here on the electric, you have parking brakes that are activated on a switch, and you have them on both sides. The throttle over here is on the right side, and it's a twist throttle. So twist throttle for electric, thumb throttle on the left for the Velotric. Coming over here, we're going to go ahead and power up the Velotric so you can see the display. There we go. Really nice display. Tells you that currently you're in the cadence sensor mode. Tells you your speed, all the information that you would like to have. Gives you an audible alarm for your turn signals. Inside here, for both trikes actually, they come shipped in beginner mode, which is really nice, especially for seniors or people who haven't ridden before that need time to get used to both trikes. It comes in beginner mode, which is going to keep the trikes a little slower, a little easier to handle until you're comfortable with them. Then you can take them out of beginner mode and put them in standard mode. And both trikes come equipped that way. Let's jump over here to the electric though. Let's power it up and let you see the display. The display is oriented a little differently. So on the electric, they have a feature that's built in on all their products where you have to wake up the battery. If it's been more than just a few days since you rode it last, where's it at? There's the button. You have to push and wake up the battery, and then you can power it up. There it goes. Here you can see it's a standard black and white display. You still have your miles per hour. We can change the pass level and go Eco Tour, Sport, Turbo. And over there on the Velotric, I believe it was just pass 1 through 5. We'll double check that in a moment. Over here you have blinker indicator, but it is not an audible sound. So if you want your audible noise, you would want to be over here on the Velotric. And over here we look, there's the pass level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. To shift gears on the Velotric, you have the paddle shifters, which is my preference for shifting gears. and you activate the gear selector right there and right there with your thumb. You don't have that option on the Velotric, or excuse me, on the electric, because the electric is only a single speed trike. A couple other differences. Over here on the Velotric, we have metal fenders. Over here on the electric, we have plastic fenders. We have pretty good wire management on both. That's what the wiring looks like on the electric. As it goes down and around, gets a little loosey-goosey right there. Then over here on the Velotric, again, really nice wire management, wire wrapped really well, nice and tight, all the way down and all the way through the frame. So as we take a step back now and look at both of these trikes here, and we talk about all these differences, you'll see there are a lot of similarities, almost identical, but then there are some things that are significantly different. A short recap. You have torque style sensor, you have cadence and torque sensor, you have slightly bigger battery over here, you have a 7-speed shifter, you have a single speed over here, tires are very similar in size, bigger basket over here, better seat over here, slightly better components over here, nicer display over here, but over here you do have a better handlebar stem because it's adjustable up and down. You do have a suspension seat post, but over here you have a seat that is adjustable back and forth, similar headlights, similar tires, even though there's some differences there. So, you know, so what are you getting here? I mean, we're talking about a price of about $1,000 difference here between the two. And so a lot of people, if you know you're tight on the budget there and you're just not able to afford something higher end, know that with the electric XP2 750 version, you're still getting a lot of bike for that price when you compare it with a lot of bikes in the market. Electric is really known for packing the value in, and so when you're looking at value, dollars spent versus what you're getting, it's a really good buy. But over here at the Velotric, if your budget is bigger and you can afford it, you know, you got a little better step through here, a little more space. You got some of these nicer components we just talked about. You got both cadence and torque sensor, which is a real big benefit. And that's something I enjoy because on the bikes that I have that have torque and cadence, I find that I do switch between the two periodically just because it's nice to have that option, whether I want to get some exercise or whether I don't want exercise that day. So big benefit there. So just some things for you to think about, and when you're getting ready to make a decision about, you know, which brand you might want to go with. I can tell you customer support is really good for both of these companies. Electric is known for their customer support because they're American based. They just have really good support staff. They're real quick to take care of problems. Every time I've reached out to Velotric, I've always gotten a real quick response from them. So no concern there at all either. Yeah. And the warranties, you know what, I don't remember what the warranty is. It seems like it might be 1 year and 2 years, but you know, you might want to look that up on the website if that's important to you, because I don't remember. Can't remember all the details about everything I get here on the channel. But guys, that's going to be it for this one. So tell me which one you like better. Comment down below, because I'd kind of like to get the feel of what the community is sensing. You know, is the Velotric worth the extra money for all the extra that you get out of it? Is your budget a little smaller and you think this is a good value and good enough trike? Let me know in the comments down below. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Guys, I'll see you in another video real soon. Ride responsibly, ride safe.